Hey everyone, how you doing? It's John, and thank you so much for tuning in. This video, I'm going to do recent game pickups, including two really cool consoles, unique consoles I picked up recently. So I'm excited about those. It's been some time since I've done a pickup video, so I thought it was overdue. And I recently got back from two really cool gaming conventions. First one was in Columbus, Ohio. It's called Korgs. It's been around for some time. Really cool event. This is the third year that I've gone. It didn't happen in 2020 with COVID, of course. But this show has grown. It moved locations. It's in Columbus. And by the way, Columbus is a really cool city, really cool town, and a lot of cool, really retro game stores there as well, which they're spoiled. So very lucky there. Hung out with my good friend Brett. Awesome to see him and other people there as well. Really good time. And so I got some items. I'm going to share with you some items I got there. Also went to an event in Milwaukee, Wisconsin called the Midwest Gaming Classic. This has gone on for 20 years. This is second time I've gone to this event. Previous time was 2014, and that particular event got me really interested in putting on my own gaming event here in Phoenix, Arizona called the Game On Expo. So it really influenced me and really got me excited about doing an event. So I owed a lot to Midwest Gaming Classic. Both events are ran by really cool guys and teams and groups, and personally I know how much time it goes into making these events. So first thing I'm going to share with you guys are two systems I got. I got these at Korgs. This one is, check out this cool custom Super Nintendo. Super cool. It's got a transparent case. It is not HDMI out, which is I'm disappointed in, but nonetheless really cool. My normal Super Nintendo still works, but it's the one I've had since I was a kid, right? So it's really old, and it's hit and miss if the games will actually work or not. I got to blow on them and make sure they're connected. So I'm really happy to have a Super Nintendo that works all the time, which is great. It's got new pin adapter, all that good stuff. And this is really cool. I think the guy I bought this from said they only made a couple hundred of these plastic transparent cases. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, you can see the board on the bottom, and it just feels really nice, and really stoked about it. When I got it, it comes with, of course, the power adapter and cords, but also the controller here that has transparent buttons and D-pad. I don't know if you can see that very well. And it came with this game here as well. It's 101 in 1, Super 101 in 1 games for Super Nintendo. Games include Super Street Fighter 2. It has Sunset Riders, Aladdin, some other great games. 101, so not a bad deal. I think it's a pretty good deal. I think it was like $250-ish, but pretty good deal. Got this as well. This is a Game Gear. Fan of the Game Gear. I think it's totally underrated. It's yellow, which is unique, and it came with Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which I already own. But what's awesome is the screen. I know it's going to be kind of hard to see. Speakers work really well on it, but the screen is modded, so it has a nice screen there. The normal Game Gear screen is kind of a lot of lines, and this looks beautiful. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, but really looks awesome. It really smooths the pixels and totally changes the look of the game, which is great, and it's brighter, which is awesome. So really stoked about that. Love the Game Gear. So many good games for the Game Gear, and same thing with the Sega Master System. Really underappreciated handheld, and kind of lives in the shadows of the Game Boy, to be quite honest. I picked this one up when I was at Midwest Gaming Classic. Met up with my good friend Joe, and super cool dude. Known him for years. I was in his movie, the new 8-Bit Heroes. This came out, I think, 2017. I had a copy for it, but I misplaced it, so I'm really glad to have a copy again of this. And I don't think it's available currently to stream anywhere, but awesome to have a physical copy, and hopefully they do have it available for streaming on Amazon sometime soon. But I got Mystic Origins, and he is kind of one of the masterminds behind the NES Maker or NES Maker. And this is he's working on Mystic Searches, which he showed me a demo of, and there's like over 100 screens, which is crazy. This is Mystic Origins, which is an adventure game as well, kind of a sneak peek preview. Comes with a clamshell case, really nice, and it has instruction manual, full color, all that good stuff. Really like to support Joe and his projects, and he's been working on Mystic Searches for a long time. It was a childhood dream of his. He had like a mock when he was a kid. He drew the kind of storyline. I think it's really cool that he's fallen through with his childhood dreams, and he's really changed the NES homebrew scene quite a bit with the NES Maker, right? Because now games are much easier. It's a tool that you can use to make your own NES games, and believe it or not, I've heard there's more homebrew NES games than are actually officially licensed release games for the NES, which is crazy. I think there's over 1,000 NES homebrew games, and it's growing by the minute. I got this as well at the Midwest Gaming Classic. It's called Doodle World. By NES Maker, and it's a platformer, but looks a lot of fun because it's all like drawn on a page. I think the graphics are really creative. It kind of reminds me of like those games like Yoshi's Island a little bit. The Kirby that came out was hand-drawn, kind of like that for the NES. Really cool, really creative. I got this game as well at Midwest Gaming Classic, and shout out to my good friend Jeffrey Wittenhagen. He published this game. This is Tower of Turmoil. This is also a platformer built using the NES Maker, and I have not played this game yet, but I'm really excited to check it out. And it's Hagen's Alley, and he's a publisher for this, so really, really cool. Pick up that from him. I want to apologize because I got this game, a guy gave me this game at Korg's, and I don't remember his name, unfortunately. I recognize his face, and he gave me his card, and I'm a dumbass and I lost his card. So I want to say thank you to him. You know who you are. I really appreciate it. This is Dream World Pogi. This came out in 2017. It's also a platformer. Kind of reminds me of Kirby a little bit as far as gameplay goes. It's by Team Yolk Folk, and original game by the Oliver twins, which was 1992. So I think this might have been like an original game maybe coming out, and they reported it. But really cool. Really excited to have that. So thank you so much. And please reach out to me. I'd love to give you a shout out and thank you officially. But thank you. Also I'm a big fan of just new games for classic consoles, right? And I picked up this at Midwest Gaming Classic. Shout out to my friend Kyle. This is Cleopatra's Curse. This is for the TurboGrafx 16 CD, right? The CD, TurboGrafx CD. He also is working on ports for, I played one for the Game Boy port. He's working on one for the Genesis, etc. This is an adventure game. It comes with a map, ton of screens. Graphically, it looks amazing. Kind of reminds me of City Hunter a little bit as far as gameplay goes, but it has a map. And then on the back is the different screens and everything like that. So I played this game, and it's a lot of fun. Really excited to see a new game for the Super CD-ROM system. I mean, how cool is that, right? Also picked up the Video Game Monthly was there at Korg's, and because I'm a subscriber of theirs, I'm part of their, you know, I purchased their boxes, monthly boxes. They allowed me to pick a free game out of box. I got Cybernoid for the NES. Got this for free. I've never played it. I think it's a shooter, but I'm excited to check it out. A lot of these games, just so you know, I just got back, so I've not had an opportunity to play some of these games, but I definitely look forward to doing that. Got this at Midwest Gaming Classic. This is the Vectrex. This is a multi-cart. Comes with an overlay, which is awesome. It has 101 games and one for the Vectrex. The Vectrex, for those who may not know, is kind of it's not really portable, but it's a screen that's got vector graphics, hence the name Vectrex. And I love the system. And a Vectrex system goes pretty pricey. I think I saw one vendor trying to sell one at Midwest Gaming Classic, asking $250 for it with a non-working monitor, which is crazy. But cool to have the games on it, all in one. And I think I paid like $50 or $60 for this. Not a bad deal at all. Considering it has 101 games, which is sweet. Also at the Midwest Gaming Classic, there's a vendor called Video Games New York. I got a few games from them. And I'm going to do follow-up videos on these as well individually. Tuniki Justice, which looks like a platformer for the Switch, which is great. 2 brand new Dreamcast games. I got Armed 7, which is like a shooter, which is great. Love the classic shooters. And then Volgar, which is a platformer for the Dreamcast. I always think it's really cool that they're having, I love the Dreamcast. It's cool to see that system live on through the new games. Plan on doing follow-up videos on that very shortly. When I was at Korg's, I got this game here. This is Alpine Games. This is a skiing game. I think this is like either unreleased or it's a game that was a homebrew game. It looks really good. Graphics look really good on it. I'm really impressed with skiing. I love the links. Also, like the Game Gear kind of live in the shadow of the Game Boy, for sure. Now, I got these right before I left for the Midwest Gaming Classic, but they had a vendor booth there, and my good friend Jeffrey Wittenhagen, who is co-owner of Premium Edition Games. So I'm going to mention them. Demon's Tier, which is a new Switch game, which is part of their second wave of games. I've not played this yet. I'm looking forward to checking it out. And a robot named Fight. I have played this quite a bit. This is a Metroid style game. It's very influenced by Metroid. You'll see the graphics. But what's really cool, he was explaining to me that there's tons of just regenerated rooms. So when you die, you start in a new room. Every time you play, it's a different experience because they're randomly regenerated. So literally thousands of ways you can play this game, which is cool. But I love this about Premium Edition games. They come with a slipcase, like an NES style slipcase. And there's challenges in each one as well that you have. So for example, this challenge here is how to earn patch. Take a picture. You got to take a picture. So unlock the glitch module achievement. So you got to tag them on social media, and they'll mail you patches, which is really, really cool. Look at the attention to detail too with the manual. It's got really cool. Awesome, really fun game too. They sold out of this, I believe. They might have a few copies left. but they're coming out with some other great games, and I'm just really proud of Jeffrey and what he's been doing with Premium Edition Games and his team, because they're doing some great work there. I did pick up some books while I was there as well. This is a book by Jeffrey Wittenhagen. This is the complete Virtual Boy guide. Now, there's only about a dozen games came out for Virtual Boy, as many of us know, but this is 178 pages or so, and look at the pages, it's really cool, high detailed. But this includes games that are like homebrew games, unreleased games, like tic-tac-toe, VR racing. Some of these games I didn't even know they had. Like I know there was supposed to be like a Mario Brothers game Mario Kart game that was supposed to be released. F-Zero was supposed to release for this. All the information you know on it. Plus, there's contributors add content at the end. Super cool. I did not have this. I'm really excited to pick that up. Also, when I was at Korg's, I want to say thank you to Steven. Several years ago, I did a video on he has the Easy Way guide, and he did a video on, I did a video on the Friday the 13th guide. He sent me the finished product here, which is awesome, gave me this. And I'm not a fan of this game, I'll be honest, but I'm excited to check it out because the game's really hard, and having this guide, very detailed. He also has two other guides. He has the Easy Way for Jaws, the Easy Way for Fester's Quest for the NES. And you can just see the attention to detail here, step-by-steps, screenshots, items, maps, all that you need to know about how to beat Step 9. Very easy, simple step-by-step guide to each playing these. So I'm assuming he's going to plan on doing more releases. I think that's super, super cool. So thank you, Steve. I really appreciate it. It also goes by 8-Bit Steve. I got a ton of classic, well, not a ton, but I got a few classic retro gaming magazines. So I picked up, I think there was like 3 for $10 when I was there. Electric Gaming Monthly. This is the Crazy Taxi. It makes some crazy money. It's awesome. I'm excited to go through these more. Nintendo Power, classic one when the DS originally came out. Also, this is for Rebel Assault, or Rogue Squadron 3, Rebel Strike. This is the EGM. Game Pro, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles exclusive. This is July of 1990. Very cool. Love Game Pro. Another EGM. This is Mortal Kombat 2. And Game Pro, this is Beavis and Butthead. And look how thick this one is. I actually had this as a kid, so I'm excited to go through. And I just love the ads going through these, like just so classic. Like, reading these magazines just grows me back to the day. I also want to show you at Midwest Gaming Classic, I got this too. This is Shadowbox, which is really cool. It's a 3D image, right? So there's like 4 different layers of glass, and it looks like a 3D. This is, I think, from Turtles in Time arcade, but they had different ones. They had ones from Final Fantasy, they had one from Metroid, other Mario Brothers, other classic ones, but I think this is really cool. It's very heavy. This was $125, so it's definitely not cheap, but it's great. I'm going to put it in my wall in my game room. Super excited about that. I also picked up, when I was at Midwest Gaming Classic, they had a ton of pinball machines. I'm saving up for one by Stern called The Mandalorian, which just recently came out. This is my 4th pinball machine. They're not cheap, so it's taking me a while to save up for it. But I got a banner, promo banner with it to match it. So when I do get it, I should be getting it hopefully at the end of this month or early in December, if all goes well. I got it pre-ordered, and there's a wait list for it. Unfortunately, it's a popular game. But I'm excited to get a stand and put this next to my pin. And Stern was there. You had Spooky Games. All the major pinball manufacturers were there, right? Which is awesome. Jersey Jack, all them, and they were promoting their new game. So Stern was promoting their new Godzilla pinball machine. I just love pinball machines. I think they're art. I think they're a lot of fun, a lot of skill involved for sure, and super stoked for that. So those are what I picked up recently. Those 2 events. I did mention Video Games Monthly. This is my most recent box, so I figured I'd show you kind of what I got. I've been a subscriber of theirs for a while. And I got games. With that, it was Jungle Book for the Game Boy. I have Rise of the Robots for the Game Gear. I have a couple games for more modern consoles. You have Darksiders 2 by THQ for the 360, Battlegrounds for the PS4, Sunset Overdrive for the Xbox One, and Crackdown for the 360. How this works, it's a monthly subscription. I subscribe to it, so every month they send you a random box of games. You update the list of what you already have, so that way they don't send you duplicates. I've never been disappointed with what I've got in the box, and I was able to meet the owner, Joe, as well at Korg's, and super nice guy. And well, guys, thank you so much for liking this video, commenting, and subscribing. That means a lot. We'll see you guys soon. Take care, and game on.